I'm going to be playing some Space Engineers. I'm gonna check if I'm live. Alright, I'm live. Today I added a lot of mods so I can get either quality of life or just mods. I added something. This ice is very slippery. I'm probably gonna spin out. Left, right, left, right. Help. Holy! Oh, help! Please, I need this. I'm gonna see if I can, please slow down. Thank you. Let me go see if I can raid that base over there. If my car doesn't crash, then we should be good. I gotta check for hills, other terrain to, like, kind of mask, sight from turrets. It's an open plane, please, no. Who was an ore spot? Which ore is this? Oh, please. Wait, what is this?
Meteor storm inbound.
Silver? Silver. Alright. It's not showing for some reason. There we go. Hey, good, evening. Sure. Not showing. Still, I'm doing, Space Engineers live stream. Alright. That's good. Alright. Alright. Well, that's good. My horde sector is not working. Hard. I don't know why it's not working. It's just not. Please. Eric, so I'm gonna go try and raid an AI base. Okay, so I'm cooked. Great. I'm so good. I need to park the car as close as possible. Can I get a little closer? Not really. Oh, I'm cooked. Oh, maybe out of trees. Oh my. Yeah, I'm fried. I mean, like, no, that's an interior turret. I have no idea.
Enemy swarm inbound.
Alright, let's keep going. What's this? Oh. Oh. Oh no. That's my car. Darn it.
Meteor storm inbound.
Bro, the car didn't do nothing, bro. Quit harming the car, like. Okay, guys, what? Ooh, thunder AI defensive block. There we go. But I tore that. Now I gotta find your battery. That's right. That's your battery? Yeah, it's battery. Another battery, yep. Any other batteries? Oh, the base is offline, great. Alright. You're offline, right? I'm gonna come out there and just start blasting. Oh yeah, your battery's dead. Alright. You did right. Yeah. Please, no! My car! Darn it. Well.
Meteor
Well.
storm inbound.
Why did you have to shoot my car? Is there a control panel or something in here? I need energy badly. No energy anywhere? What I need for a cockpit? I need to make one quick. If I want to stay alive, I need to make one. Looks like a landing gear. Okay. No, I need motors, legs. Yo. There we go. Alright, now I need a seat badly. There we go. Ah, display, computer. It's all I need. Displays and computers. I'm so dead. Display and computer? Where do I find that? Display. You have the glass, but I need a computer. Okay. And then still need displays. Where would I? There it is. Right, there's no. Oh my days. There's no power. I'm cooked.
Fuel critical.
Darn it, I'm out of hydrogen.
Meteor storm inbound.
It's going badly. Motors and gritters, great. There we go. I still need more gritters? What?
Low.
There we go. I should get power. Oh, wait, no. Yes, it's game power. Alright. Now, this mine. Oh my days. This isn't mine? What? Oh. Got to hack it all. Alright. Well, I just got a little base for now.
Fuel critical.
Welcome to the stream. I've been trying to raid this AI base. Ooh, merchandise. My kids. No! Just fell to the ground. Great. Ooh, that's a bunch of loot. Another source container. Alright. Ooh, that's a platinum, uranium, magnesium. You need all of that. Alright. Explosives. Oh, there it is. Well, that's not it. There's no ice? Okay. Alright. Uh. No! I thought I claimed you. What? What do you mean? Oh my days. There we go. No more power. There we go. I'm gonna save real quick. I did lose my car. I could have been prevented, but it's alright. I can just build a new one. There we go. That's some ammunition. Darn it. Alright. There should be aliens around somewhere. I had a mod for them, and I've seen none. Alright.
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh, they're kind of goofy. What's he doing? Please don't tell me to storm the car. Well, even further. Well, my car's kind of dead. I kind of jumped from that. What are you? What in the world? There we go. Ooh. There we go. That's a lot of parts. Hmm. I wish I could see the Milky Way. I see. Well, there's a sunlight. Well, sun peeking over. There's berries. No. Darn it. Alright, ore detector. Where's the ore detector? Here it is. New refinery.
Basically, me and my friend Ben and the
I'm just trying to set up a little station so I can see if there's ore nearby.
is that we were off task and that we needed to finish our assignment before we went on. And we were like, oh, okay, no worries. We could finish the assignment within the next 5 minutes, turn it in, and then we went back on our phones because we were done with all of our work for the day. But then the teacher walked back over to us and said, hey, you're not supposed to be on your phones. And we were like, no, 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 finish the assignment. And she kind of took a step back. But at this point, some other kids were looking over at us. And I guess she didn't want to seem like we were undermining her belief. At the day, and the entire situation just felt so pointless. Like me and still say almost a decade, and if that wasn't ridiculous enough.
All right, let's see if this one.
The next year, which I talked about in this video right here, I just think it's. And when my actual teachers do it,
That's weird.
It's even more.
So 150 for the normal. Actually, 150 for the Type 2, and it's different for the fourth. Alright, why am I not seeing my ores? I'm going to look this up.
But as soon as I walked into class, someone was like, hey, you better take that.
Okay, so I don't know why it's not bringing up.
Turn out the sub with the quiz on the guy who's cheating as loud as possible. And she shook her head and said, "What a shame, what a shame." Here's the thing, like I understand she didn't cheating, but her reaction was so weird to me. Like the first moment was so honest. I think it really felt like she was looking forward to grabbing some of the shit off your desk and making this fix. And the guy was
I need vegan.
really care about it, but it was such a the greatest love I ever had was this
Meteor storm inbound.
word just hand us the attendance sheet, go sit at his desk and watch
Alright.
classes, however, I really
Well, it's not working for some reason.
on paper it makes sense. Year after year. Like, bro, the constitutional conventions, we went over that in 5th grade, 8th grade, and 11th grade. I don't know why the state of Texas was so insistent on us learning about the same subjects over and over and over again. And anytime we learned about something fresh and interesting, my teachers would just brush past it. Like, this is John Brown, a radical abolitionist who led a violent slave revolt and was sentenced to death by the United States government for his actions, faced by the court and his pending execution peacefully. Now, if it is deemed necessary that I should forfeit my life for the furtherance of the ends of justice, and mingle my blood further with the blood of my children, and with the blood of millions in this slave country, whose rights are
Alright.
disregarded by wicked
Hopefully I can see origin
and
now.
unjust inhabitants, I submit. So let it be done. My teachers proceeded to call him a crazed lunatic and immediately moved on, you know, after but you know, this I think that we all realize that bias and doctored. At this point, I've done my best to get over it. I think the real issue with the classes that I took is that they didn't prepare me for life at all. I would love to
Welcome to the stream.
finance class and learn finance.
Just making a station right now.
And what are good investments to make. I mean, I took an AP econ class my senior year, and while I learned how the greater U.S. economy works as a whole, I didn't really learn how to make management. So it was sort of useful, but not really. You know, some people would say that it's like that by design, and really just taught
Yeah.
people school. And while I'm not really sure to what extent I'm cool, but not really. You know, some people would say that it's like that by design, and really just taught to be
5, 6, 8, 10.
if there was any truth behind that theory, it would have to originate from the fact that we need teacher approval for everything, including basic bodily functions.
Alright, one turbine.
It was just little things that
I got both. There we go.
probably once or twice a week, I would finish all my work in that class with 20 to 30 minutes on the clock, and me and my friend would ask the teacher if we could leave class early because we were 20 to 30 minutes doing absolutely nothing. Rules that we have to follow in school. This was my This includes classrooms, your PSPs, 3DSs, Game Boys, and of course your game.coms in school. Bro, what is that? My mom teaches high school, and she was telling me the other day how
Hmm.
she supported the band, saying that most of
Meteor
the
storm
parents
inbound.
I was like, did you imagine any students
Alright, need one more
because I was
detectives.
one of those kids. Back when I was in middle school in the ancient year
I think I'll put it upside down. Bro, oh my.
any middle school in the district on average. Yeah, it was pretty ghetto. But the administrators thought if we ban phones, they'll have nothing left to do but pay attention in their classes. Now, back in middle school, I never paid attention in class. Not because I was a bad student, but because I was one of the few good students in my class.
What? How did I.
It was so boring
How
and
in the
stuff
world
like
did I run out of steel
that I'd rather
plates?
be playing Jetpack Joyride on my phone or sending dog filter Snapchats to my friends than relearn the
You got
Pythagorean
here.
theorem
Oh.
from the 40th time. But after the
Hey man,
ban came, no more
you
Jetpack
been?
Joyride, no more dog filters.
I
I
run
just sat in
out
class and
of.
made
Wait,
no
how
sense
much is
to me.
this?
Have you ever
I
been
quit.
so genuinely bored that you start making up? That happened to me multiple times after the ban. Just mundane concepts that I already knew. And the dumbest part is, all of the bad students didn't magically start paying attention and getting A's. They just became more disruptive in class because they didn't have their phones to keep up. It was literally a loss for everyone. Luckily, once I got to high school, I was free from that stupidity. But this year, it's back for everyone. I was at the gym the other day talking to a guy who went to high
Alright.
school I grew up from about the phone ban, and he was telling me that unless they're literally in the same vicinity of him. Also, everyone just goes to their cars during lunch so they can find them. I mean, I don't disagree that phones can be distracting. Outright banning them on campus doesn't really explain anything. Banning phones makes almost as little sense as soaker attack drills. If you catch my drift. First off, the fact that these even exist is insane to me. Our soaker attacks have gotten so prevalent in the
In here. Yeah, anyway. Sorry.
that way, when they burst through the door, you can make it easy.
Welcome to stream, yo.
Like my senior year, it got to a point where I was like, okay, just gotta make it to October. And now it's October, just make it to January. And now it's January, like please let me just make it to March. And eventually it was just, okay, please let me make it to the end of graduation, and now it's free. And even at the graduation ceremony, like, please let me survive this. Let her make out with at least one girl before I die. And I survived. And for she to make out with a girl in a appreciate that, Steve. But yeah, the girls, they gotta go. They're clearly there to give off the illusion of safety without the publishing. Just like wearing ID badges, they started enforcing this sometime when I was in high school, and it literally might be the most useless thing we were ever forced to do. Because we're like, we need to identify everyone on campus in case of an event of danger. And it's like, bitch, what is an ID? But then 20% of my grade would be final. So if you flunk that test, your grade would go from 57 to an 85. The worst one in classes like history and psychology that were all memorizing terms and dates.
Alright, that's awesome. That should be enough.
Unit tests, I would spend the entire night before cramming, memorizing as many terms as possible, take the test, and then forget everything immediately. Because that's how those tests are set up. They're not tests of understanding, they're tests of memorization. So by the time the final exams came around, I would essentially have to relearn everything by myself in the days leading up to it. Crash course history.
Yeah, I need
much more
computers.
time than I. The worst part is, final exams are a district policy because I had a friend who lived in the city over, and he didn't have to do any final exams throughout high school at all. All y'all from Frisco, Texas, first off, some of you are actual DJs on the line, and second off, you don't realize how lucky you were that you didn't have to do final exams in high school. That was just a looming pressure that was constantly there in the back of my mind. The only time I didn't take final exams was second semester.
Holy.
Where a senior got above an 85 in an AP class was exempt from taking the exam.
There you go, baby.
Hang out with our friends. Everyone who was exempt from the exam had to sit in the gym during the time period that they would be taking the exam, which made literally no sense. But on the last day of school during my senior year, when they finally let us out of the gym, me and my friends and some other students all went to Krispy Kreme because they had this special where they were giving out $1 donuts to every graduating student. Shout out to Krispy Kreme for that. That's a big G. So we all went to Krispy Kreme and the workers were handing out donuts to all of us. And then one of the kids in our group, for some reason, I will always remember this. He walks up to the counter and says, "Don't you want to check my ID to make sure that I'm actually graduating?" And then he pulls out his school ID and shows it to the worker without them even asking. Something about that really ticked me off, and for whatever reason, I still frequently think about it. Anyways, those were some annoying school rules that I had to follow. I'm sure your school has that you have to follow as well. Let me know in the comments. Also, make sure that you're following me on Instagram and stay tuned for my next video coming Saturday about the funniest first date story you have ever heard. Look like a snack. Just I need to cheese it.
There we go.
Are you using a mic razor on your pubic area?
Not only did these guys completely throw me under the bus before the teacher was even mad, they And the thing is, bro, the teacher wasn't even mad. She was just curious. She was wondering if the S stood for anything, and I explained that it was just a cool design that people like to draw. And as I was talking to her, Alex, William, and Kylie took her back to their seats as discreetly as possible. And you know who's almost as annoying as snitches? I have a whole friend get together in the halls every day. You see, there was like 3,000 students at the high school I went to, so the halls were always crowded as is. But then you have these people who think the best place to have a full nonsense is the museum of the busiest hallway. It's basically the equivalent of having a flipped over 18-wheeler taking up
Okay.
2 lanes of the highway.
Well, I still can't see the oars for some reason, even though there's some right here.
One time, me and my friends were walking to class together, and of course, 2 girls were standing and talking in the middle of the hall, crowding everything up. People were enjoying walking by them, but I guess my friend had
Probably not gonna see it, but
as he walked past them,
I try.
not hard and not enough to hurt her, just enough
Yeah.
that she got the message that she's taking up too much space in the middle of the hall. Immediately she turns around as we pass and she says, I swear to God, if one more person bumps me, at this point I had enough. This girl had the audacity to be mad that people were bumping her as she's standing directly in the middle of the hallway. So I turn back and tell her, maybe don't stand in the middle of the hall if you don't want to get bumped. Apparently that set her off, because she kept screaming, come back here, and was literally about to charge me as her friend was holding her back and telling her it's not worth it. Fortunately, she calmed down after a couple seconds because I have no clue what the course of action starts to swing on. Let me know in the comments. Where is my situation? Say the girl actually charged me. What are you doing? So don't more annoying than people talking to the girl. It's just that older girl all your time. I understand that high schoolers want to be morally righteous and make a difference in the world, yada yada, but there comes a point where you're actually just psychotic. When I was in 10th grade, there was a guy who was chatting on our grades community Discord server. Basically, he had just barely met the type of chat, yo, I'm so, and he called himself a word that starts with R and rhymes with good. Where everyone brings questions and we were supposed to discuss the book we were reading in class. The thing is, we were all take their drinks and we were supposed to talk like at least 6 times during the discussion. And this would always go horribly wrong because someone always makes the point you were about to make right before you speak. And then you're sitting there scrambling trying to figure out an original point. The worst thing about Socratic seminars though is that you're like sitting in this big circle and there's supposed to be this group leader that's there to facilitate conversation. And if someone in the group isn't talking, the leader is supposed to, encourage them to speak. But most of the time, these kids were awful at their job. Like, they have spoken 10 times during this discussion, and the leader would still be like, you over there, you be kind of quiet. Do you have anything else to add? It's like, oh, bitch, I don't. because this was the week of basketball.
So,
and the coaches specifically said that if you get into any
kinda
trouble
stuck.
during this week, you won't
Not
make
really
the team.
kind of
So I'm
stuck,
about to
but
get cut from basketball because
my
I
ore
said I
detectors aren't
challenged
working.
you
I
to a
can't find
duel.
iron.
Luckily, I was
It's the
cool
main
with the
thing I would need
coaches,
right
so I
now.
explained to them the situation and they understood, and I still made the team. But I still had to serve the most pointless detention in history. Another thing that annoyed me about school was just riding the school bus. Not only do you have to wake up extra early in the morning to catch the bus, but you arrived home like 40 minutes late in the evening. Plus, every morning I'd hop on the bus sleep deprived and try to get an extra 30 minutes of sleep. But of course, my bus driver would be blasting morning radio as loud as possible. So I'm over here trying to fall asleep while some woman is in the background crying about how her husband doesn't love her anymore. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, alright? It's too early for me to care about your problems. Honestly, these aren't even like half the people that annoy me.
Meteor storm inbound.
Hey, welcome to the stream.
Sending me screenshots of the text he was sending back. Now sit back and relax because you are old.
So I'm kind of struggling. I don't know where iron is. My ore detectors won't work. I'm going to have to do something about that.
So shut up. Put the fries in the bag, little bro. Put the froyo in the cup. Shut up, bro. That joke is overused, Mike. Put the fries in the what? Up your ass.
Some stuff. You don't have to mark the base.
Overused, Mike. Put the fries in the what? Up your ass. Shove it up your ass. I'm tired of basketball. I played basketball in my middle school team, and man, there were some annoying kids on that team. Specifically, there was one guy who did literally everything wrong. Every time someone missed a layup in practice, our coach would make us run one extra lap. Now, this kid would smoke every single layup. I'm actually convinced the coach put him on the team just to make us run extra laps. On top of that, if someone didn't cross the line, the coach would blow his whistle and make all of us have to redo the lap again. And this kid with his smooth brain would always miss the line. We were all running the same lap 3 times in a row, like, touch the lottery. Then when we finished sprints and it was time to drink water, this kid would take a solid 2 minutes at the fountain. And anyone who has ever done athletics knows the pain of waiting in that water fountain line after doing cardio with your hands on your knees and paused, exhausted, and considering it you should punch the kid in front of you who's taken more than 40 seconds drinking water. And it's always the kids that smoke the layup, don't cross the line, take way too long at the water fountain, that also are way too confident in the locker room.
That's silver. So him.
Also,
Alright.
some guys thinking the locker room was like a playground.
Also, find iron, but at least I found silver.
As quickly as possible. But you got some dudes slapping each other with wet towels, rap battling, eating. Bro, do that literally anywhere else. Do you remember Hot Cheetos girls? Honestly, they kind of get a bad rap in my opinion. They never really bothered me, mostly because I barely ever interacted with them. The only time I was ever really annoyed by Hot Cheetos girls was in the morning because they were so loud. Like, it's 8 a.m., I just hopped off the short bus on a school bus, sleep deprived, and I'm trying to have this moment of peace before class starts. And then City Girl starts blasting, and I hear, "Yes, bitch, slay," from across the cafeteria. And then you see the craziest scam coming to Terror Run. About 2 days ago, when Terror Run's public test began, I'm streaming its release live. And I just so happened that...
So I kind of lost my car, so I'm just walking on foot.
You don't know who he is. He's one of the 4 owners of...
Meteor storm inbound.
I'm going to need a drilling ship. Well, there's an ice lake over there. Mhm. This is a pain. My ore detectors won't work. I have no car. I'll probably do a little bit. I'll see y'all later. Have a good day or good night. Hope y'all enjoy the stream during, video. And bye, y'all.